Life is short, spend it wisely. Mel Robbins. Absolutely. What does wisely mean? Welcome to Launch Your Rocket. I'm Jen Smith, and this is Truth Behind the Trend, the show where we take the most popular advice from top podcasters of the day and we flip it on its head. So today we're diving into a message that you've all heard from the best out there, Mel Robbins. Her advice is, life is short, so spend it wisely. And that sounds great. But let's talk about what it really means to spend your time wisely. It could be a lot of things. The world says it's about you, but I believe God has something bigger in mind. So let's break it down. This whole life is short, spend it wisely mantra, it sounds good on a coffee mug, but let's dig deeper. What does it really mean? The world says live for you, chase your joy, do what makes you happy. But God's way is the opposite. It's about pouring into others. One path gives you temporary highs and the other brings you lasting joy. Are you going to keep chasing the same feel-good stuff that never really works or it's temporary? Or are you going to shift to something deeper that's permanent? Because one way will keep you stuck and the other will light your life on fire. Mel Robbins says, spend your time on what brings you joy and fulfillment. And honestly, that's not wrong. Here's the shift. True joy doesn't come from what you get. It comes from what you give. The Bible doesn't just suggest this, it says it. In Proverbs 11:25, it says, he who refreshes others will himself be refreshed. When you pour onto others, your own cup gets filled. Imagine holding a cup and you keep filling it just for yourself and eventually it overflows and it gets wasted, right? But if you start pouring your cup into other cups, your cup keeps getting refreshed and refilled. That's God's design. You don't just run dry when you start pouring into others, you get replenished. Instead of chasing personal fulfillment, start leaving a legacy of impact. Mel's point is valid. Spend your time wisely. Don't just spend your time, invest it. Not in what fades, but in what multiplies. Try this today. Who can you pour into? Who needs encouragement, a kind word, maybe just a smile? Serve someone today. Refill their cup and watch yours finally overflow. Now, what about fulfillment? Mel says focus on what fulfills you, and that's so fair. But here's what no one talks about. Fulfillment isn't something you take, it's something you create. The most joy-filled people aren't the ones who've achieved the most. They're the ones who've given the most away. We weren't designed to chase success. We were created to make an impact. That's the only way to be fulfilled. You know, there's two builders and one person builds really fast with cheap materials. It looks good, but it won't last. And another one takes their time. It builds with purpose and creates something that stands. Well, your life is no different. Build on what lasts. Mel says chase success. God's way says you don't chase success. You attract it by who you become when you operate not on the world's blueprint, but on his wisdom. Make an impact that lasts forever. Don't just chase dreams. Build something that blesses others. How about some simple, tangible things that you can try today? Compliment a stranger, hold a door, check in on someone who's hurting, give something away, serve without expecting anything in return. Just be kind. It's not about being perfect. It's just about being intentional. Your life is your message. Who are you pouring into? Where are you investing your time? Gosh, if you're ready to shift from chasing to building, I'd love to help you get practical. So yes, I agree. Life is short. Spend it wisely by pouring into others and then let God pour back onto you. And that's today's episode of Truth Behind the Trend. If you like, please subscribe so you never miss an episode. I have some other shows. You could follow me at Launch Your Rocket on YouTube, also on Instagram and TikTok. I also have a website, launchyourrocket.com, with a community and a course, Bible 101 you can take, and that's where you can reach me. I'm so grateful you're here. Thanks for joining me today on Truth Behind the Trend.